Right, we are up to another Katago game with 3 handicap stones. Last time we lost due to getting cut, I believe. Yeah, we invade like usual. So Katago is going to play the double Hana approach again in this game, and that's the end of the double Hana. Uh, the end of the start of the Joseki. I researched this position a lot. And I'm actually not quite sure I understand it. My conclusion is, as in currently, is that this is going to live for sure, but I can reduce it a bit because I can use the RGN side to keep this a bit lower. And that I have potential to build a big Moyo on the right side, and that's what I've analyzed from the AI that I should play towards. Um, my initial play last game was playing f10. It's what I remember from 19 by 19, being a big play. Um, but since our corner isn't actually like these invasions are still possible, the tree, the attachment from the side, uh, or any kind of invasion from the right side is also possible. And I think the idea, what the AI just suggests, is that we play on one of these 3 lines or around this area in order to prevent a side invasion and build like a huge moyo here. And then the white can decide to play either um, inside and let me get the moyo, or play on the side and run out and let me get both the top and the bottom right corner. Well, not the total, like the side here. That's what I understood. What's really hard for me is to compare the value between f10 and preventing the side invasions here, like the open side invasions. What I mean by that are like invasions that can live and still run to the center. If we play here, I think white can't both live and run to the center at the same time. But it might be able to live, but more on the left side. I'm going to play L6 and aim to build a Moyo. hmm So the G9 right now is, when I look at it from if the tree invasion is played and we do the tree stone extension wall, then it's aiming towards my cutting point. I could just do a four stone extension instead to solve that problem. I think that's the center. I have to play on the top side, right? Because h10 is center. I think after h10 is played, I'm always cut on the top side. Even if I respond with h11. Then they are going to play the tree invasion, and my extension was essentially taken. And this running right stones are going to cut me off. I could also build the wall towards facing the left side here, but that would be like no value. So I think to play h10 myself, it will make the tree invasion way worse, because now I can do the honey on J11 while building a tiger's mouse. And the attachment on L10 is still a thing. But I don't think it has any. It has a base, but it will likely be able to connect up to the G9 stone. Let's play H10 then here. Yeah, so I think the idea still is the same as playing as the attachment on L10 would have been. I don't think they can make a base, but they want to connect to the center and cut me off. And I want to build, with this group, I want to build towards the left side. I don't want, I thought about the Hana on M7, but I think it's, if I give them the Hana back on K6, that I lose too much potential here. So I'm just thinking about extending on K6. Maybe that's too weak. if I extend in k6 the katana on m6, and this could potentially grow to be 2 eyes. I'm not sure. The advantage is that I won't need to defend the cutting point when I extend to k6 and the Yana on m6 is done. I can play m5 and it is center for me. I don't need to defend this cutting point. At which point I will be able to take the second base, right, from the other side. So I think it works. Yeah, and now we have to Hane from L11. This is what I thought would happen first, and then so it kind of happened in reverse. Oh, this is not what I thought about. I thought white would extend on L9. The Atari on L9 never works, I think. They just connect, and then we have two cutting points to fix. Ah, we forgot to hide the statistics here. I'm just gonna connect here first on K11. The idea needs to be that I thought she can't build an eye, 2 eyes, I mean. So I think my main idea has to be I need to try to prevent the building of 2 eyes. Because I want to force white to run out into the center in Gote and then play somewhere else. I'm just wondering between the honey on M12 and the honey on M7. I think the honey in the corner is more important because the corners usually give more opportunity to build eyes from these vital points here. So I'm gonna honey from this side. Huh. I thought they would connect. Or honey back from the other side here, from M5. This is really hard for me to read out, but I think the cut on M10 doesn't work for me. I read out that M9 happens. I take. White throws in on M10. I take again on N9. Then another Atari happens on N8, which is also a ko. And I can't just fill in, because if I fill in, I fill my last liberty and M11 can take my 3 stones. I think instead of protecting on L12, connecting, I should play M13, which is also an endgame move at the same time. Because I don't think the cut ever works. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, this is what I expected. And now we have to check if they have 2 eyes or not. We might also have to think about the clamp on M4. The cut is what I already mentioned before. It's not going to work because I can defend at L4. We have to make sure that whatever we do here on the top needs to be center, because the attachment on K3 is going to be very dangerous. I think it can live, and it's going to make these black stones of mine near in trouble. The influence has no value, so I need to make sure that I will get back here first and be able to claim this territory. I think I can do something on the top, but not now. I think it's guilty for me, because if I play M10, M9 is played, I take the stone on N11. I can't extend here because when he extends, it's snap back once I take back. So I have to take on N11. Then N10 is played, which is quite annoying. And I need to connect. I could also not connect. But if I don't connect, then he takes, and he essentially has the M8 and N9 stone, in comparison to now, where he could just play N10 too. I think the situations are not different, and he will be slightly stronger here too. So I feel inclined to just play here on this side, create a base for this group here. What I'm mainly thinking about right now is about a way to enhance the side to prevent the play on K3. Or make it essentially... Yeah, I want to prevent it totally. Because even if it doesn't live, if it's able to run to the center, these stones will be living very small if they live at all. I have to prevent them from running to the center and both not living too. I think J3 works, but it might be the slowest move out of them. H4 could also work, the one space jump. Once he attaches, I can play J3 Hane and Tiger's Moth at the same time. But once he runs out to extends to L3, I'm not sure if he will be able to live or not. The reason I don't want him to live inside is because this wall that I would be building only has value towards one side, which is the left side. The top side influence has no value. Oh, yeah, I think H4 is good here. Even if he lives very small, we will almost guarantee some territory on in the side here. Even if he invades the side on C3, we can make a wall towards this side, since this wall will also not give us any points, and cash out from it, unless he does a double attachment on both K3 and D3. Let's just try it, and we will learn. If he invades on K3, we will learn if he can live or not. What's this? Oh my god, what is this? This is the first time I've seen that kind of move. I've seen D2 by now, and E2 too. Huh. So what I first read out is C2, which in my mind works. I thought about both the Hana on D3, which I would react to by E3 and doing the Atari back. And I also read out the wedge on E2. I read out the response from my side with D3 connecting or E3, and I think E3 is better. No, E3 is not better. The D1 connect will be Atari. I need to connect back up, and then he will be able to both live on the left side, and also reduce my right side at the same time. Even though it's on the second line though, so... But the center has no value to me, so I do care about the second line reduction. I can play D3 as well to slow him down. He will be able to jump, but I will be able to cut him and slow him down. Not cut him, not actually cut him, but the problem is if he's able to call somehow into this and reduce this entire space, then it will be a big loss for me, even if it's on second line. Because I think this territory and this territory is about even. Maybe not. Maybe these two sides are about even. Mine is a bit bigger. And the corner is a bit much bigger for me too. If I play D3, he plays D2 and I play E2, and then he cuts on E3, then the ladder, if I play F3, will not work for me, because it barely connects with L9. Oh, that's quite annoying. If D2 doesn't work, at least in my mind, and D3 doesn't work, then I have to play as far back as E2. And if I play E2, if he then attaches on C4, he can transpose this into a tree stone, a better version of the tree invasion, because I will do the Hana on C5, he will connect on C3, and I'm just worse off because I I can play d3, of course, but he will have this c2 stone with one more liberty. I guess instead of playing d3 in that position, I would play something like b6 or something. Uh, hmm. I'm gonna play e2 here. I sadly don't know how to respond to this, so we are gonna play a bit more defensive and just try not to die. That's what I expected. I think c5 is the best response here for sure. You could also wedge here, but I don't think it's good. I didn't read it out. So, ah, I see. You will be able to disconnect me if I want to take the c4 stone by pressuring e4 afterwards. If I take the stone, then, or if I intend to take the stone, then you will be able to walk diagonally and cut me. I see, he's attempting to build Moyo here. I think e4 would be the safest way to resolve this, but he can then even extend on e5, and even if I take the stone on c3 here, this Moyo is territory is pretty big. But this potential is also pretty big. And eating the stone also means I get the entire corner, so maybe it's worth it. Well, it won't be this big. I think it will be at least... once he plays e5, it will be up to the e line, this territory here. Because afterwards I will be able to play f5 and Hane back. Will I be able to Hane back? No, I can't get both. If I Hane back, he can connect and keep the corner. And if I aim for the stone here and kill the corner, then he can take the center and prevent my bend. Issue is that the reduction, if I value reducing the center more, then I'm not really making territory myself from it. The center here is very hard to get value from because of this stone, this G9 stone. But let's assume this and this is about equal. And if this side corner here, if he gets the influence, and this is around equal, then his center will be about 12 points, I think. About 12 points, extra points in the middle. And I will get... How much is this corner worth? Hard to count. I think it's around 10 points and 12 points too. But less points because there are already stones inside it. And the center is 12 or bigger. I'm going to aim for the corner here. But playing towards the center has some potential for me too, because I can maybe build like 2 or 4 points towards the middle here and gain the edge. Whatever happens, I still need to do e4. I think e4 is the correct play here. Immediately takes it. Now we can either take the corner or the center. Moyo. Break the center Moyo in center. The sequence for the corner is c3, c4, b3. It's goated for me. Great, can he cut? If he cuts, I play d2. b2 I take. a3. Wait, a3 connects. Ah, this is much worse than I thought. If I play here. c3 will never work because of b3. b3 forces me to either connect or take. If I connect, he takes the corner for sure, and if I take the stone, d3 is played, which is an Atari to c3. I need to connect to c4. e3 is played by white, which threatens to disconnect me here, so I need to play f3. And then f4 by white is a ladder towards these two stones, which goes to the stone. Huh. This went much worse than I thought. This is much worse than the 3-3 invasion. So I definitely made some big mistakes, probably. The Hano was a mistake, maybe. So we have to gain some points in the center now to compensate. I don't think we can take the corner. c3 is never a play. So my plan is playing e5 and then trying to build a moyo towards the center. I expected him to connect on d6 instead of taking the stone. We have this little invasion point here too that I'm unsure about. There's probably some kind of two-stone invasion too that I don't know about, if they can live or not. As in, not two-stone, I mean two-line invasion. We should try to build the moyo by attacking some kind of cutting points from right to gain the most out of it. f8 might be center. If I play f8 and he ignores it, then I play f9, f9, f10, and g10 is cut, right? Yeah. Well, not totally cut. This white stone can still potentially connect to these stones, but it will be a huge point loss because these stones then need to live and will be much harder for them. Like these already live very painfully. Let's do this first. So now he lives for sure on the right side. I'm not sure from which side I should be cutting. From the top side or from the bottom side. You could also aim to prevent disconnection right here. I think disconnecting this stone is quite important. Once we disconnect this stone, blocking of these stones is going to be huge. Huge potential for points. Although these stones aren't connected, so once the Hana on e6 happens, I'm still weak here. Although once I block on f6, this looks very good. This is my weaker. The stone right now is alone, so I'm thinking about extending from this side to cut, which I'm going to do. Once I cut from this side, I can threaten more towards here too for a reduction. That's what I thought about. So I'm gonna respond with f6. He can do a double Hana without trouble because of the tiger's mouse here. I didn't see that when I read it out. There's going to be quite a bit of fighting. I think because of the Hane on f7, he will be able to run through here and connect back up, and my potential is gone. Not that we need it. Let's play f6 first. I think that's something we have to do. Didn't play the Hana. Now we have to choose between disconnecting here on... Wait, it's already disconnected. So guess we don't need to play f10 here. We can reduce here by running on the left side. I think once we try to pressure these white stones, we should use the RG here. Extend once. I don't know if that's even relevant. I think that's done to reduce these stones' liberties. And we can still close off the moyo here, or the territory here, by preventing the connection from this and these stones. This poke, I need to remember, is very bad, I believe. It will not work anyway. I think the K7 and K9 seem so weak, because K8 seems so strong. So maybe if I want to reduce this, I should cap on H8 instead. J8. We still have this push here too that you might want to care about. Let's read it out. Yeah, I think it is. We do care about it because f7 I block on g7, cut on g8, and connects with the two stones. I will be forced to connect these two stones with my upper group on f10, and then the Atari can be done on g6. If I extend with my... It's a double Atari even, so that's terrible. So I think we are forced to connect. Or do another play to prevent this somehow. Connect here, connect there. Am I forced to connect if the stone is dead anyway? It's the Liberty Wave. I can defend via H2, but it will still leave the weakness on the other side. So let's just connect here on F7. This reduces a lot of my potential. Wait, it's the exact move that I wanted to play to cap out. I think I can disconnect this, but finishing up my Moyo on the bottom side might be more important, right? So I was thinking on playing K7 first, threatening the disconnect, and then jumping to H7, threatening the disconnect again, but building my Moyo at the same time. I guess I can already disconnect there, but I'm essentially preventing them from jumping out. I'm also thinking about if I even need to play K7 in the first place. It's a co-threat, right? So I might save it. I don't think there's it really strengthens my bottom side here, or like the play that I would do on H7. It's not like I'm connecting on J7. Like I'm not connecting there anyway. If he pushes, I'm playing J6. So I'm gonna play H7 here. Is this how many points am I like getting from this? I think it's like 2 to 3 points. We are in endgame already. This push might be more important, but how many turns do I need to really threaten something here? E8 is already very threatening. E8 already threatens to disconnect. By threatening to play D7 afterwards. They could sacrifice the two stones here too. But at that point, that would be bigger than 3 points, right? Because if he plays H7, I was thinking, no, the attachment is very weak, right? I could play the attachment H6, but that doesn't. Then I lose way more. Well, this is Gote, so I should look for center moves first. We are on endgame after all. This is Gote. I'm still threatening to disconnect. So it's only these two moves, H7 or E8, that I'm thinking about. I think E8 is bigger. I'm gonna play E8 first. If he responds, that's probably a good sign. It means that it was threatening enough to still be center, right? We still have the sequence here too, in which we can play D7, force the connection on D6, play D9, force the stone to be taken on C7, and then we connect on E9, and then it closes off with C9. But C9 isn't mandatory, right? I guess it is. So it's between that kind of sequence and H7. I think the top side is center, because I'm threatening the liberties on these stones. It's very hard to tell though. It takes a bit more reading for me. Because once I play D9, I'm committed. Yes, I think the top side is center. Let's try it. We play inside here first. Then we play D9, which is going to force C7, right? The extension. Guess this works too. Oh. I didn't think about that. But I think I still play it out. I play out the top side first, the top RG first. See how they respond. And I can always connect here later. Because this is only one stone worth, right? This is the entire corner worth, so they will have to respond to that for sure. They respond from the top side, okay. Now I bend once, and I gain 2 liberties. These have 1, 2, 3, 4. And these only have 1, 2, and 3. So if I bend once, these only have 2. They will be forced to connect. That's bad for me. So maybe I connect. And then I can force this play. Not really. If I connect, they play here, I play C9. They just extend and... but if they extend, then I can cut them off. So I think connecting is the play. E9. Let's connect. Yes! Nice! It was still center. Because if it wouldn't be center, then they would have played h7. Well, now we play h7. We block this off. These only have 3. After the push, they only have 2, so this cut becomes more dangerous. So I just want to connect here. I can't do n4 because then they can cut me. Probably m4 is what we have to do. m4 once and then we went. Okay, we don't need to respond to that. Search for center. k7 is center for sure. k9 too. k9 is probably better because this side is already very strong. I still have this potential push and cut on the top side. Can also play n4, but I don't think it's that urgent. This is worth like 2 points or 3 points, I'm not sure. Because I need to defend once they push. But we should play the center, we should play center move first. So let's push here first. Now we should cut this down right here. From which side? We have 2 single stones here which can be potentially attacked. Both of these will build bamboo shapes which are really good. But one of them will not have a bamboo shape. I think the top stone is weaker because of the F10 push. It's essentially centered. I will need to block this. So let's cut like this. Now we defend, they defend, and then we just block. Solid connection, right? Unless we think they can... I think when our space is big enough, we don't need to... We have these 2 stones, we have 2 eyes for sure. I guess the consideration is if they can invade or not. I don't think so. That's the center thing. Yeah, we need to respond to this. I don't see anything bigger. I will respond. And defend. Do I care about that eye? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is essentially 2 points worth, right? Because I'm filling in one of my own stones in addition to defending. Or is it still the same? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna defend here. That's the push. We have to just connect here. We have to make sure this has an eye. This is one of my eyes, so I should be fine, right? Yeah. We take, and then we gain a center move here. Ah, they played it themselves to prevent the center move. Can I be cut here? I don't think so. This is my other weak point, and this is my last weak point. I think I'm fine with those. It looks like I lost though. This was way too big. I'm not sure actually. It might be too big though. Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah, I can't play N13 because then the cut actually works. So I need to connect in order to play this. It feels like I'm losing a point by doing that, but I think I'm forced to do it. You have to play out the neutral move, right? Let's do it. And we play this. Pass, and I pass too. Oh, I won! Yes! Wow, this looks so close. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't expect to win that. Ha. Nice. Let's go to analysis here. It was really close. Let's look at the performance report first. My early game, no, this is the entire game. Opening was fine, huh? Aha, this time my mid game didn't have major mistakes at least. There were still some mistakes. And end game was fine too. I feel like my end game is weak though. I'm not sure. I feel unsure about my end game. Because I'm not super counting. Like I'm a bit guessing, to be honest. So let's go to analysis. Let's go back. Oh, I'm gonna save the game first. Okay, now we look quickly over the mistakes. I think we spent a bit too much time looking over the small mistakes. We are only going to look at moves that are yellow or red. There you go. There was the apparently first mistake. I thought about this move for quite a bit too. I thought that this wouldn't work out. Let's look at it. Oh, I should let the AI read it out. Oh, the AI isn't blocking from the bottom side. I would have blocked from the bottom side here. I take this down, and now it would play right here. I could take this, but then white can play here. I guess this is bad because it's a code to live, right? Yeah, I guess. So I think that might have been the biggest mistake. Not sure. Let's go back. But apparently it was only a few points. I guess my reading was really bad. Let's read out what it actually thought out. Okay, that's my second yellow mistake. Yeah, this was a very strange approach. I didn't know how to respond to it. It's the first time I thought. So the attachment apparently is a mistake for sure. D3 is apparently works too, but I guess I read it out wrong. I thought I could cut here afterwards. And the ladder doesn't work for me, right? But they still don't want white to actually play here. I guess white can't play here yet, because if it plays here, these stones are dead. And then I gain center, I see. So in a vacuum those would be dead, but because white still owned a move, out a move to save itself. Yeah, I didn't see that. Okay, I see. Or I didn't read it out. I didn't read it in I see it in my head. Correct response is apparently to do a Kosami backwards. That seems like an even slower response. Okay, I see it. Okay. But it's honestly very close to the variation that I played out. So I don't really feel too bad about E2. But I will try the Kosami next time I play. Okay, yeah, this was the cutting sequence. Was my Hane? My Hane was fine. They essentially wanted me to play more aggressive towards the corner. I guess this was center. Yeah, this is like an endgame move that would have been in center, right? Because in the end, white was able to get these moves. The wedge, I thought it wouldn't work. Let me read this out. In this sequence, I don't understand why white is playing 4. White could just extend upwards with 5, right? So let's go into this. I don't understand why white is playing this. Why isn't white just extending? These stones still have 3 liberties. I see it. If white doesn't play, if white plays something else, then I can pressure these stones' liberties and reduce this. Or take these 2 stones. Makes sense. My largest mistake. And I actually thought that it was a good move. So I thought about 2 plays here, which was e5 and c3, which are both apparently mistakes. I also thought about k8 before, but I thought it was weak because, yes, it is a peep, but if pushed by both sides, this middle stone is has a lot of RG, right? I see why. I understand why. It is because I didn't see the sequence that essentially takes the eye for sure. That sequence that I didn't read takes the eye for sure. So even if I have Archie, this would have closed them in and killed them for sure. That's why this is so high in points right now. But even if this is still way worse than the other plays. So the corner is more. They valued the corner more, but I guess I read the wedging sequence out wrong too. Aha, I see it. I was supposed to extend here because of the archie on the top side, which would have pressured b5 group to live. So I gained the corner on the top side for this extension here. Wow, that's a cool play. Let's just move on here. I thought this. Oh yeah, it's gonna show me that gonna show me that everything is a mistake now, so I have to essentially look at the at the difference of points between moves in order to evaluate the other moves that I would be thinking about with this middle move here. I thought about d6 too, but I thought it wouldn't be that big, uh, because I viewed this just as one stone. But I guess I shouldn't have viewed it that way because this corner is still not alive, and I think it can threaten life. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, there I essentially cut. I guess now. Let's let it read a bit more. I thought that the cut here would be better than the cut on K8 because it would leave less archie. I don't see it. So let's look at the other play here. I see. This is just a reduction, a better reduction play, which is threatening to cut these groups, which is huge. It's huge, right? I thought about cutting these stones, cutting these two groups a bit too late. I thought I wouldn't even be able to threaten it. But yeah. H7 was a mistake here too, huh? I see. It's because yeah, the corner on the left is still big, but even then, the Kusumi would have been better than this. This looks a bit worse than how it actually ended up. So I don't really understand this one either. Let's just move on. There's another mistake. I cut off the one stone here instead of any other endgame move. Any other endgame move would have been better apparently. But why? I think I understand why. Because even if I play here, the pushing sequence is still going to reduce the same amount as if these would have been connected, and I would have surrounded it. It's my guess here. And seems like the rest of the game was fine. Alright. Next time we try with two stones. Good stuff.